Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Macedo is the best.
So the first things first, Modi's apology. Now, the people who are non-BJP or who don't support Modi, they feel it's a victory for the farmers. Victory for the farmers? Yes, it is a victory for the farmers because they took to peaceful demonstrations and they won. But at a cost. So I think 600 farmers lost their lives. 1 year they suffered. And, now they are trying to fight for the minimum price for their produce. But personally speaking, I look at it as a short-term defeat for a long-term victory. See, Modi is a smart statesman. He's a shrewd politician. He's very intelligent. Don't underestimate him. For him to rise to prominence and to be where he is, you don't do it unless you have a true, genius mind. Agreed, whatever he has done, whether in the good way or the bad way, whether being manipulative or whatever, he achieved his goal to become the most powerful man in one of the most populous nations. Okay, so Modi is not dumb. He's a strategist. Now, obviously you would see it online. There is election coming up and he needs to make sure that the state, UP, he gathers the maximum momentum. So, Modi apologizing, he's not doing it out of the goodness of his heart, or he's suddenly buckled under pressure. Or he knows election is coming up. He needs to ensure victory. So this was part of the strategy. Whatever he has done, whether it's the CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act, whether it is, registering, finding people who are citizens, whether it is demonetization, whatever, they make a big noise about it, and later on, if it's not popular or not getting them votes, they just forget it and move to the next one. So according to me, Prime Minister Modi is a very smart, intelligent man. He's doing what he needs to do to ensure that he will succeed for the next election. As for the farmers and all that, they will fight for what they believe is right. They can celebrate this victory that they've cancelled these 3 laws or whatever. But remember, in the end, BJP wants to stay in power and they'll do whatever it takes. Okay, next one is, since we are sticking with India, next one is this Veer Das. Now, some of the comments that I happened to read below my video that I posted was, Loy, how would you like it if someone insulted your mother? How would you like if someone insulted your family? These were some of the statements. Okay, here's my answer. If you are stating that India is like your mother, you're giving that analogy. You see, first question was, Loy, is it right to insult your mother or family? If it's your actual physical mother, it's common sense. Why should you insult the mother? Okay, but now, if you associate something and give it this, she's like my mother. For example, the cow. The cow is an animal, but they say this is like my mother. The cow is like my mother. I'm not trying to, make a mockery. There are a lot of Hindus who consider cow as God. They say this is like a mother who gives, milk to her children and takes care. So they give that status. The cow is a mother. And for some other people, India is motherland, like a mother. Now the thing is, this is an analogy. India is not actually a mother. India is a country. A cow is not a mother. You didn't come out of the cow's uterus. The cow is an animal. You're giving it that meaning of being a mother. So by giving it this analogy, or by saying I am offended, doesn't make it right. Now, for instance, you say cow is like my mother, India is like my mother. Then what if a Pakistani says Pakistan is like my mother, Islam is like my mother? Then you insulting someone else's mother, right? You're insulting some. So can't we take it both the ways? In fact, Veer can say, you're insulting me. Okay, my freedom is like my mother. So indirectly you're insulting my mother. I mean, where do we end with this? Here the problem is you are giving your template, your definition, and expecting people to respect that. Oh, my feelings got offended. Oh, you hurt my emotions. Oh, you insulted my mother. I mean, then you have to follow the same. You can't insult anyone else's religion. You can't insult anyone else's country. You can't insult anybody. So then we end up in a situation where nobody can joke about anyone. Nobody can make fun of about anyone. No one can express an opinion about anyone. Then we all have to be deaf, dumb and mute. We have to keep quiet. Then it's fine. But if you follow double standards where you don't insult my mother, that is, you don't insult my country because my country is like my mother. You don't insult my religion because my religion is like my mother. You don't insult my freedom because freedom is like my mother. Then you can't do the same. You can't insult. For example, someone who's in the BJP will make fun of someone who's in Congress. Or Congress will make fun of someone in BJP or communist. Now each one can say, my political party is like my mother. My leader is like my father and mother. So then you also have to follow the same protocol, right? You don't want to follow that. But he has to follow your template. Come on, man. And then people are saying also what? He's airing dirty laundry. He's not airing dirty laundry. Everyone knows the fuck up what is happening. He's just making it very obvious. He's telling the world, I'm aware of this. Now, obviously, people were talking, oh, you don't know how he disrespects women by making jokes. See, jokes are statements which can be offensive to some people. Okay? That is comedy. That is comedy. It offends some people and some people find it funny. People have joked about or made humorous statements or crude statements about children getting raped, about religion, about rape itself, about handicapped people and children, about fat people. Some find it offensive, some find it funny, some find it nothing. So if you feel offended, that doesn't make it right. You feeling offended, it's offensive for you. Like, Stephen Fry used to say, you feel offended, so fucking what? I mean, should the world revolve around your feelings? If you feel offended, switch off the internet, stay off social media, lock yourself in the house and be happy that you can't hear anyone's opinion. But you come out in the public space, there will be compliments, there will be statements that you'll feel happy about, and yes, there will be statements that you'll feel offended. So grow the fuck up. That's what I tell people.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Macedo is the best.